What's going on, you guys? This is Aaron from Departures Capital and welcome to the video. In this video, we're talking about 5 top silver mining stocks to watch for 2020, but also we're going to be talking about the gold and silver ratio and why I'm so bullish on silver. Now, a lot of you guys who tune into this channel know I'm a heavy gold bull, but what about silver? Well, have I been bullish on silver the entire time? The answer is yes. And silver is one of those metals that kind of, gold takes the spotlight and silver kind of is just they're grouped in with the precious metals, but I feel like silver doesn't get enough love. So let's give silver some love in this video. So if you do like these kind of videos, if you do like videos on the precious metal sector or my videos in general, you want to support me, smash that like button. Appreciate it, guys. And also, if you want more videos, daily coverage on the markets, Monday to Friday, we talk about the markets every single day. And I try to upload at least one new video per day about investing. So don't forget to smash that subscribe button if you do want those constant daily updates. Now guys, let's dive straight into this video. And the first thing I wanted to talk about, before we get into all the interesting companies, there's 2 very interesting things: the gold and silver ratio and also the chart for silver, which we're going to take a look and see how it's been performing compared to gold. Because like I said, in terms of safe haven assets, precious metals, we've got gold always taking the spotlight. But what about silver? What you guys don't know is how silver has outperformed gold many times in history. So anyways, first let's talk about the gold and silver ratio. You can simply just Google it. What is the gold and silver ratio? Defined as per Google, the gold and silver ratio is simply the amount of silver it takes to purchase 1 ounce of gold. If the ratio is 25 to 1, that means that at current prices, you could use 25 ounces of silver to buy 1 ounce of gold. So what's so significant about this ratio? Well, the gold and silver ratio essentially hit record highs over this whole market crash. So we're going to talk about that. A quick little article. This was published on March 17th last month when silver crashed. And I remember the day because during that day, I was buying the silver miners, buying my favorite silver miners. And I'll tell you guys exactly which silver miners I bought on that day. And I just checked in the portfolio today and holy smokes, guys, one of them's up 93%. The other one's up over 100%. It was a good buy. Let's just say I wish I bought more. So the gold and silver ratio hit a record high of around 120 on heavy selling that was probably overdone, but occurred amid a rush to cash, said BMO Capital Markets. So that was on Tuesday, March 17th. Now let's take a look at the gold and silver ratio throughout history. What has it ranged between? So we saw the lowest gold and silver ratio in the late 1960s, also in the 1980s, and then in 1919. Now, over the past couple of decades, the gold and silver ratio has ranged anywhere from just below 50 to highs of around 100 that was hit in the 90s. Recently, since about 2011, it's been consistently climbing. Now, I do expect this ratio to start to contract after hitting record highs for a couple of reasons. Now that brings us to the actual price of silver, and I wanted to talk about the price of silver versus the price of gold. So as we can see here, guys, generally when gold starts to perform, silver actually outperforms gold. And then when gold underperforms, silver underperforms gold by a factor of about 2 to 3 times. So silver is definitely a much more volatile metal than gold. So as we can see here, guys, when the market crashed, even when precious metals started to sell off because people were trying to raise cash, we saw silver underperform gold by a long shot, over 20%. Gold dropped about 7%, silver was down over 30%. Now, since the crash, one thing I did want to zoom in recently was the fact that silver has been kind of playing that catch-up trade to gold. And that's another reason why I think that silver, in a sense, could potentially outperform gold. As the market starts to recover, as safe havens become, let's say, a little bit less favorable, I am very bullish still on gold and silver for the simple fact that the Fed's printing away money, fiscal monetary stimulus, unlimited monetary stimulus, low interest rates. It's a good environment for gold and silver. It's also a good environment for equities. But silver carries a little bit more of an industrial aspect, meaning when industrial performance starts to pick up, silver is also going to perform because there's industrial demand and uses for silver as well, which is why now I think it's a great time to start to look at these companies. I did want to say, though, they have already started to perform. Today, gold was essentially flat. Silver was up in the miners. In terms of silver miners, we're outperforming gold. Now, this video was shot Wednesday night. So we've got 2 more trading days until the weekend, which I will be dropping it. So there is going to be a little bit of a discrepancy in prices if silver continues to run or it does sell off. But let's dive into the companies right now, guys. First company, we have to include this. We're not going to go too much into detail. This is the one that I'm up, I just checked today, up over 90% since buying back into it. Wheaton Precious Metals, $25 billion market cap, and it does yield 1%. Now, this is going to be the only stock of the ones that we picked that actually carries a dividend. Now, Wheaton Precious Metals uses a streaming approach. They don't have any mines, but they have multiple streams. Basically, they make an agreement with the mine. They say they're going to buy X amount of their silver or gold production, and then essentially they just accumulate or sell as they please. So you can see right here, guys, they have multiple streams with multiple big companies: Newmount, Hudbay, Vail, Glencore, First Majestic, Lundin, Eldorado, Pembridge. All the streams are listed right there on their website, and they're also all across the world, mainly in North and South America, a little bit in Europe as well. So a diversified multi-billion-dollar giant. Now, this is not a company where you're going to capitalize the most off a bull run in silver, but it is a relatively safe, diversified large cap. But let's get into my top pick, and it's been my top pick in the silver mining sector. This is one that I'm up over 100% on since buying it. Now, I've bought this one at multiple times. I've owned this one for multiple years, and my investment goal is just to continue to accumulate shares. So I'm not up 100% on my entire position, just up 100% since the stock hit a 52-week low of around $2. I didn't pick it up at 205, picked it up around 211, I believe, something like that. So I remember the day. It was an absolute bloodbath in the morning, and I said, holy smokes, these prices are crazy. So Fortuna Silver Mines, $705 million market cap, doesn't pay a dividend, 52-week range of $2 to $6. So as we can see here, guys, the stock has been in the double digits 2016, and I do feel like it has lots of room to run. So I want to talk about their projects. They got a mine in Mexico, a mine in Argentina, and a mine in Peru. So Latin America is where this company is focused. So guys, the first thing I wanted to highlight with the company was they do have a very healthy cash position at 83.4 million in USD. That's straight off their website. And for their 2019 full year results and all-in sustained costs of $11.9 per ounce. Currently, silver is trading around 14, 15 bucks. But let's face it, if silver starts to run, that's when we're really going to make the money. So current price of silver, I don't think is that important. It is nice to know that the company still is making money today. And in 2019, they produced 8.8 million ounces. A mid-level producer with lots of cash. I think the company has a bright future. And with the silver price having the potential to run, I think we could see some nice gains for Fortuna. Fingers crossed. Now, getting into the next company, Endeavour Silver. This is a bit more risky one. They have a little bit of a higher all-in sustained cost. We will be taking a look at their mines, their operations, and all that fun stuff. $331 million market cap, 52-week range of $1.30 to $4.26. So let's see how the stock has performed. And I remember that day, it hit like $1.30. I didn't end up buying this one. This one was the only one I didn't buy on my watch list, mainly for the AISC, but let's face it. If silver is going to run, silver is going to run, and this company is going to make money as well. Endeavour Silver, still a big name in the silver sector. Now let's dive into the details and see where their operations are. The company has 3 underground silver gold mines in Mexico. Endeavour has a compelling pipeline of exploration and development projects to facilitate its goal to become a premier senior silver producer. So as we can see here, guys, diving into the charts on their investor presentation, and I wanted to pull this up because AISC is very important. Their current total 2019 AISC is $21.19. So as we know, silver has dropped off right now, and their current AISC is much higher than the price of silver. So with that being said, Endeavour Silver, in my opinion, is more of a speculative play because silver is currently trading for $51.40, and we did see highs of almost 20 bucks, I believe, this year. Now let's take a look at the longer term charts for silver. Now we know that silver has been much higher. Silver did spike to over 50 bucks back there in 2011, and it did trade in the range of like 42 bucks, 26 bucks. So Endeavour Silver is going to benefit from an extreme bull run in silver. Right now their production costs are a little bit high. I'm sure they're working towards, hopefully bringing those production costs down a bit, bringing that AISC down a lot. But that was one thing that I wanted to point out when taking a look at Endeavour Silver, was their relatively high AISC, especially for this sector, comparing them to a company like Fortuna that's producing for 11.9 bucks an ounce. So definitely one thing to take a look at. Now, the next couple companies we're introducing to you guys, we haven't really talked about them in a while, but they are very interesting and have caught my eye. The first one, Silvercrest Metals, currently has a market cap of $1 billion, 52-week range of $3.99 to $10.98. So this has been one of the top performing silver stocks. Let's take a look why. So where are their mines? First, we want to take a look and see where are their projects. So guys, it says right here, Vancouver-based BC company focus on new discoveries, value-added acquisitions, and targeting production in Mexico's historic precious metal districts. So it seems as if a lot of the production and exploration and the mines are actually from Mexico. Mexico is very heavy in the silver mining sector. So looking into their biggest asset, which is the La Chispas, 1,250 tons per day production rate with initial mine life of 8.5 years. So it's clearly a high quality asset with a long mine life, which is very nice to know. Now let's take a look at their AISC. In terms of their AISC, for the length of the mine, they anticipate the AISC to be $7.47. So guys, to better understand Silvercrest Metals, I had to dive into the investor presentation. Let's talk about their pipeline. So drill results from 2019 and 2020 are outstanding. Ongoing drilling, 19 drill rigs, currently turning. Project financing and potential construction decision in Q3 of 2020. So assuming that the mine is built, or at least this is what I'm interpreting from the investor presentation, in years 1 to 4, they will have an AISC of $4.89 per ounce. And then for the length of the mine, $7.52 per ounce, with an average annual production of about 5.3 million ounces. So they will produce about 7.6 million ounces in the first couple of years, with then production declining. So here's what they anticipate. 2022 to 2025, they're going to produce the most amount of silver, and they're projecting silver is going to be around 19 bucks an ounce. Gold's going to be around $14.50 per ounce. So they are expecting to produce 13.7 million ounces in those 4 years, first 4 years of the mine. So this is a little bit more speculative of a play. It's a very interesting one because, you know, they're doing a ton of drilling. They're getting a lot of good drilling results. We obviously can't predict the future, but the stock has ran very nicely. So these are all some factors to take into consideration, whether you want to buy a producer that's producing now, one that has really good drill results, and will be producing in the future. These are all things to consider when investing into the mining space because every company is unique. Now the next company we're taking a look at is First Majestic Silver. Very interesting one. It is a big player in the game at $2.38 billion, 52-week range of $5.30 to $16.50. So it is trending closer to that 52-week high, although still a solid couple bucks off of that 52-week high. Now it did hit highs of over 20 bucks back there in 2016, and we have interviewed their founder Keith Neumeyer, so check out the video, it's on our channel. Keith Neumeyer is talking all about gold, and I do want to interview him when it comes to silver, so hopefully we can get that interview going for you guys. Now let's take a quick look at their projects, where all of their mines are. Once again, this company is in Mexico. We can see right here in terms of producing mines, they've got 3 producing mines, all in sustained costs of $8.28 to 10 bucks for the San Dimas mine, Santa Elena, $9.80 to $11.77, and then their El Cantada mine, $14.96 to $16.29. So here is their 2020 guidance. I'll admit their investor presentation is much easier to read. So in terms of their all-in sustained costs for this year, they project anywhere from 13 bucks to 15.5 bucks per ounce. In terms of how much gold they're going to produce, anywhere from 11.8 million to 13.2 million ounces, and 114,000 to 126,000 ounces of gold for this year. So in the investor presentation, you can see each individual mine, where it is. This company is focused on Mexico, and a lot of the major silver producers are in fact in Mexico. Mexico is one of the world's biggest silver mining areas. So anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Feel free to take a look at those companies. I also have a longer list of silver miners. You can pause this video, or you can ask me for the watch list. Just drop me a comment below. That's it for the video. Hope you enjoyed it, and we hope that silver can continue to perform great into 2020 and 2021. We'll see what happens, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Always remember, Departures Capital is for information, education, and entertainment purposes only. Don't buy or sell stock because you heard it on here. Buy or sell stock because you've done your research, you've done your thorough due diligence, and you're making your own personal investment decisions for yourself. This video is not financial advice. We'll see you guys in our next video.